First question's Rob Rossi. Go ahead.
Matt, good to see you. Thanks for doing this.
Hey,
Compared to what you wanted to accomplish coming into camp, how do you think week one went for you? And can you evaluate the scrimmage today for you too, please? Thank you.
yeah, it's it's not your typical training camp, so it's been hard to really have expectations. So I've kind of come into it with no expectations, just try to get up to speed as quick as possible. I think that's huge going into this tournament. Basically, coach has been preaching to us that we don't have the same ramp up period, obviously, that we usually do heading into a season. So it's important to to really get on top of your game and to do it quickly. So that's what we've been trying to do here, the past week or so.
Next question's from Matt Venzel. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Matt, you couldn't face shots from anyone for like 3 months, which you probably haven't done since you were like 6, and now you're just getting dropped into training camp. How do you separate your results during these practices and scrimmages? How do you separate them from the process if they're trying to get back to peak performance for the first game against Montreal?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's similar to to any part of the season or any part of hockey as a goalie is, you can't really focus on the results. You got to focus on the process. So that's especially important right now. And, being patient with yourself, but at the same time, trying to get on top of things as quick as you can, like I said, because we have just a much shorter ramp up period. So again, it's a unique situation, and you just got to do the best you can every day to try to get a little bit better and get prepared for game one when the puck drops.
Next question's from Seth. Go ahead.
Hi, Matt. I know you have a pretty set game day routine under normal circumstances, but this isn't very normal. You're probably not going to be able to have any shots in the morning, things like that. How do you replicate that as much as possible, given the limitations within the protocol?
Yeah, that's another good question. Again, I've never, this is new for all of us, so I'm not totally sure what the the routine is going to look like or what protocols will be in place necessarily. So I think you just got to kind of go into it with an open mind and just do what you can, do what you can to get yourself ready for that night's game. Whether you skate or not, it's out of my control. So just kind of use the tools that I have at my disposal and do what I can. But like I said, this is new for all of us, so it'll be interesting to see exactly what the protocols are and what the the schedule dictates.
Next question's from Dayon. Go ahead, Dayon.
Naz, I don't think you would dispute that you've played the best hockey of your life in the Stanley Cup finals in some crazy settings in San Jose and Nashville and everything. This is going to be nothing like that. Have you tried to? I know you don't. You know what I'm saying. I know you don't want to look too far ahead here, but have you tried to wrap your head around how different this is? Because you did say at the time that you were feeding off of that atmosphere and that energy.
You mean with like no fans? Is that what you're referring to?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. And again, like I said, previously, this is new for all of us, and it's something that we've never experienced. So. I think the best way to go about it is just to try to keep an open mind and try to have fun with it. Look at it as a fun experience and a fun opportunity, rather than just focusing on how it's different. I think it'll be cool. It'll be interesting. It'll be different, and that's a good thing. So just trying to go into it with an open mind, like I said, and realizing that it is different than your normal playoffs. That's okay. So that's kind of how I'm trying to look at it.
A few more. Next one's from Wes Crosby. Go ahead, Wes.
Hey, Matt. Thanks for doing this. In a situation like this, you've kind of talked about how weird it is. It's not like you're coming off of an off season, going into a training camp and getting ready for a regular season. You're coming off of a 4-month break, going into a training camp and getting ready for the playoffs. With you and Tristan, just how much in this situation can you maybe lean on each other, push each other, just to make sure that you're each ready once the playoffs start?
Yeah, I think it's it all boils down to just doing what you got to do to get ready. So I think we can definitely push each other all the time, and we lean on each other all the time. this training camp is no different. So again, it's new and it's obviously a lot shorter ramp up period, like I said. But again, you just gotta use the tools that are at our disposal and try to have fun with it. And again, try to get going full speed here as quick as possible, and that's what we're trying to do.
Next question's from Mike DeFabo. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Matt. I'm curious what the last 4 months were like for you during this pause. We talked to Tristan a couple days ago, and he said that he got creative and was dangling around his dogs. I'm curious if you had to get creative in any ways to train.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fortunate. I have a pretty full gym set up at my house up in Canada, and we spent, a good chunk of time there during the pause. So I was able to keep, similar to a summer routine, apart from having the ice, obviously, which is a huge factor. But I just kind of, stuck to my game plan and started working with a new trainer who gave me a program to do, and I had, all the gear and all the resources to do it. So I feel very fortunate about that. So for me, it was just kind of like tried to treat it a little bit like the summertime, but to stay, mentally engaged and realize that we could be coming back to play at any time. So that was my kind of approach to it, I guess.
Okay, the next question's from Michelle. Go ahead, Michelle.
Hey, Maz, good to see you. Just want to say congratulations on the news that you and Christine are expecting, and I just wanted to ask how excited / maybe nervous you are to welcome a baby daughter.
Yeah, I'm just thrilled about it. I'm just super excited, and yeah, it just makes me super happy thinking about it. So thanks for asking, Misha. I appreciate that. And that's really all I can say is I'm giddy, I'm excited, and something we've been waiting for a while. So super happy about it.
Take one more. Rob Rossi, go ahead.
Matt, for long stretches this season, I think a lot of us thought this might have been the best defensive team that the Penguins have had since you've been here. During that time, what were you seeing that the team was doing better than maybe seasons past? And do you agree that it was the best defensive team since you've been here? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think so for sure. But I think it wasn't a passive trap type of defense. It was we're on our toes type of defense, and we're playing in the other team's face. And when we didn't have the puck, we were pressuring and trying to get it back rather than sitting back and playing defense. I guess I would say that our pressure was the best defense that we had, and we were just skating really hard all the time and putting pressure on the puck and getting it back. Honestly, quite a few times, and that's the way that we were able to stay tight and limit our chances against. So I think that's what we need to focus on rather than sitting back and just worrying about playing defense. I think we just need to stay on our toes and skate because we have such a good hard skating team.